Alright YouTube, what's going on? The Banana here, and I'm doing a quick tutorial for you guys today on how to use VisualBoyAdvance emulator. Basically, an emulator is something you can download and you can download ROMs, ROMs, read-only memories, whatever you call them, which are basically games put into a file so they can be used on a computer, and then you can play them on this emulator. There are other emulators like SNES 9X or ZSNES, DShmumi, stuff like that for DS, SNES, NES, whatever you want. Okay, so basically I'm just going to go through the interface. Open and open Game Boy are basically, so you can open a ROM you've downloaded or you've got stored on your computer. I've had a bit of a sore throat recently. Opens like any ROM. Whereas Open Game Boy specifically searches for a Game Boy or Game Boy Color ROM, I think. It might just be Game Boy. Right, now you want these save states. Right, you can save a game at certain points. Let me just unpause this right now. I'm just using my recently played ROM, my most recent one, for my Let's Play on my Let's Playing channel, the Cucumber, if you want to check that out. Right, let's save it here. Sorry. Save game number 2. Right, now what we can do is press reset, which resets the ROM. And we can pause it. Now we have a save state on number 2. So if we press load, it takes us straight to that last save state. Okay. And save and load, it basically saves it into a... Sorry, I just opened up my start menu down here. Basically saves it into a folder, which you can just load up there. It's quite simple, really. Recent opens a recent one you played. Import and export are basically battery files and Game Shark stuff. You really want to import a battery file to games like this because... Let me just press start. This means there's no battery. Sorry, I mean I'm British. I'm quite common Brit. Whatever. This message means there's no battery file, so yeah, you might want to fix that. Screen capture basically captures a screenshot of what you have up and will save it as either a bitmap or a portable network graphic, BMP, PNG. Then you've got export and stuff. ROM information just tells you about the ROM. You don't really need to know that stuff. Close and exit, blah blah. Right, frame skip in options. Throttle makes the game faster or quicker to run if you need it, like if you have a really rubbish computer or something. Automatic, basically it reads the ROM and bases its judgment of frame skip off of that ROM. Right, for a Game Boy Advance ROM, you really want 0 to 1. And then for a Game Boy Color, stuff like that, you would want anything between 1 to 3. Just fiddle around with it, see which gives you the best results. I've got it on 1 for Pokemon Fire Red. Okay, video, I don't know what VSync does, so please excuse me if that's anything special. Okay, right, now render method. Basically, if you want to like record on Bandicam or Fraps or whatever you use, I use Fraps. Record yourself like playing through the game. You want it to render to Direct 3D, because if it's on Direct Draw, let me just... Sorry about that, you might see... There, see, look, it blurs out. Yeah, my dimensions means that it films the whole screen, so I'm just going to leave it on Direct Draw for now. But yeah, it basically blurs out, and then when you go on this, it unblurs. Well, hang on. Should do. Okay, maybe not. Whatever. Right, this is like how big you want the screen. Mine's in full screen right now, so this doesn't really make a difference. But it like enlarges it. So this will be the normal Game Boy / Game Boy Advance, whichever ROM you play in, dimensions. That'll be ×2, times etc. Or you can choose these, which are preset dimensions, and you can, I think that just means custom, and that's the whole screen taken up like it is now. Layers, you can decide what layers you want on. So if I take this off, I don't think that did anything. It would do stuff in the game. I think background 1 might take away. It's just... No, okay. That didn't work, so we'll just leave that. Okay, Emulator. I don't really know much about this. I just know that this down here is for the screen capture and what you want it to save as. Save type, you can decide how big you want the save file. Usually you want it quite big if you're playing a Pokemon game. Show speed. If you look to the top left where it says VisualBoyAdvance, if we press percentage and then unpause, it will come up with a percentage here. Usually 100% means it's at its max performance. That's a good thing to have on. But we won't have that right now. Sound, you can have it off, muted, or on. You can, I don't know what this does. Echo gives it an echo. Low pass filter means it's quite low through the filter. So it's I don't know if that means like blurred or old school. You know, versus stereo. I'm not really the best at sound knowledge and stuff. And you can choose the channels that you want it on. And this down here, 11 kilohertz, 22 kilohertz. I think that's what it is, kilohertz. 22 and 44, there's not much difference. 44 makes it lag quite a bit though. I usually keep it on 22. 11 just makes it sound really 8-bit kind of. And volume, you can choose different volumes. Unfortunately, I don't think you can get it lower than a quarter times its normal volume. If you can, please tell me, because right now, through my Let's Playing series, it does drown out my voice, which I don't like. It's been quite a long video right now. I might have to put this in 2 parts. Right, so you can choose, this is really for just Game Boy games. You can choose what kind you want it of. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and borders are really just for Game Boy games. You can choose what colors you want it, so Game Boy Colors. Priority, how high you want it on the screen, whether you want it to run really fast and be like on the top, so you can't change out to anything unless you press start or whatever. I don't know what any of this does, so sorry. Right, configure joypad 1. Here is basically how you play the game. So up would be my arrow keys, just moving is the arrow keys, A button is Z. And really, these, if you want to copy this down, then you should. Speed here, because this is a really easy one to follow. Speed means if you press that button, it'll make the game faster. It doesn't mean your character goes on drugs and stuff. Capture is screen capture, and this is Game Shark. Okay, I think that's about it. Language, yeah, whatever. Cheats, this is Game Shark stuff. Search the internet for them, and then you can go onto cheat list and add any of these cheats. Okay, tools. If you want to record, you can. If you don't have like fraps, you could just do it on this and then do a voiceover. Or if you don't want to, you could just leave it as it is. Play, you can start playing the movie. You can choose, you can decide if you want this frame or the one after, blah blah blah. This is really for ROM hacking. If you do like ROM hacking stuff, you'd want to know what this is, so check other videos for that. That's about it though, guys. So, thanks for watching. Hope you guys got some help from this tutorial. The Banana signing out.